you know, warning comes before destruction. You know what I'm saying? And you can't pick where the warning comes from. You know what I'm saying? I just want you could even ask my mother, Catrice Thomas. You know what I'm saying? I've lost all my childhood friends, even recently. Um, I lost another one. You know, what I mean, in Jesus' name. So, um, I lost another one just recently. You know what I mean? And I thought I was gonna be able to meet up with him later on in life. You know what I mean? I know like he had something that happened to him. You know what I mean? A near death experience, and he was recovering, and so I had lost already. I lost like 4 or 5. I talk a lot about my cousin. People have used that, what I'm saying, in the witchcraft to try to, what I mean, wound me, you know what I'm saying, and why? Because they used the information against me. They knew I was still grieving. You know what I'm saying? So how can we hurt them? See, that's that arrow. See, and then come with a counterattack. You know what I'm saying? Here's some lust. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Plus, you know what I mean? You going through normal life, right? Stuff with, and then what I'm saying, balance stuff with loved ones and stuff, and people being indifferent and stuff like that close to me, what I'm saying, and so that's an attack. But the thing is all of them, I say 2 of them for sure. One of them was my cousin. And this was when God was starting to get a hold of me. I warned him about, what I'm saying, the stuff that they was, doing, like what was going to happen. And I thought I was just tripping, you know what I mean? But it ended up coming to pass. Like I didn't speak it over him. I just said, if you don't stop this, I just felt led. Like, and then I remember my cousin 3 years later, bam, after I warned him, and that's when I stopped because God was going to told me pretty much I was supposed to be down there with him when he passed. You know what I'm saying? And because I probably would have 9 times out of 10 I would have. We was with each other almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the spot where he passed. That's where we started. So where he ended is where we started. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely would have been down there. You know what I mean? Told you know what I'm saying. So, but I ended up taking heed to the warning, and then my other friend that just recently passed. You know what I mean? He just never recovered from his near death experience and stuff. And but I warned him too, and he kind of laughed it off. Oh man, you know what I mean? And then 3 weeks later, got the phone call that something happened to him, but he survived. You know what I'm saying? But you know.